Hi everyone, we are on day 8 of our South African lockdown. I'm glad you guys are here. It's a bit rainy outside, so I don't know whether I'm going to get a chance to do anything outside today. But I think what I'm going to do is show you how I plan my trips. Now the first thing is you decide where do you want to go to. So what I use Google Maps, because this is technology that's reasonably up to date and reasonably freely available. So what I would typically do, of course you will decide first of all where do you want to go to. Right, so in this demonstration we're going to go to Sani Pass in Lesotho. So we plan our trip like this. We're going to travel to Sani or to Underberg one day. We're going to sleep. Then the next day we're going to do Sani up and down. And the next day we're going to sleep again. And the next day we're going to return to Pretoria, where I am from. So first thing is, now what I usually do is I travel the road least traveled. So in other words, I would go to Google and then say the N1 N4 crossing, for argument's sake. I'll tell Google that's my from position, and then we go down to Underberg where we want to overnight. The reason why I use that is because I've been there before. We go down here, that's Lesotho, that's Underberg. Now the place that I go to is around the corner here somewhere, but anyway, let's just go here, Underberg, and we tell directions to here. Cool. Now we have a look and we see, but this is Sani Road, and if you roll out you see it runs around here. There's a road running along there, all the way around here, and it's very close to the Drakensberg. So we tell Google, listen here, we don't want to go that route, we drag that dot over there. Right, so now it reroutes. Now this is not the shortest route, this is the most interesting route. Then what I'll do is I'll go with, and I'll go onto Google and I say what is here. Then it gives you the coordinates. Now I would go and enter those coordinates into my Garmin GPS. Now you can probably use a mobile phone. I'm sure there's applications that you can download, but I prefer to use the Garmin GPS, enter the coordinates. So I would create a whole list of waypoints between or on that route in order for me to see, because that's very mountainous terrain, so there is a good possibility that you're not going to have reception on your mobile phone from time to time and you might just get lost. So what I'll do is I'll go through, I'll obviously zoom in significantly, and I will get waypoints all along this route, like there. What's here, once again it gives me the coordinates, I enter that into my GPS. You must just check on your GPS, you get degrees, minutes and seconds, then you get decimal degrees, degrees, minutes and decimal seconds, degrees, decimal minutes, and if you get that mixed up, your waypoints are gonna be out. So it's an important thing to see that Google gives it to you in decimal degrees. So you must set your GPS to accept decimal degrees. If you get it wrong, your waypoints are gonna be out and you're gonna get lost anyway. So then once, you know what I usually do is I would take turns and corners and crossings. I'll put waypoints on those points so that I know that when I get to a certain waypoint, it will either be on a corner or in a crossing, something significant that I can identify that, oh yes, this is a crossing, there's my waypoint, and this is how I'm going to travel. I used exactly the same method in Namibia. As a matter of fact, there I found a road on Google Maps that's not in the GPS. So once I've put all my waypoints in, the GPS thought I was in the middle of nowhere. I wasn't on a road. So I purely had to travel between my waypoints in order to be sure that I'm still on the right route. And it was an experience. I really truly enjoyed that. But that's how I do that. Then of course Google is very nice. It gives you your distance over here, which makes it a lot easier. So you can calculate your hours. You know what, you always end up, I personally end up spending a lot more time on the road because my holiday starts when I leave home, and I would stop, well, everywhere there is somewhere to stop, I will stop. I traveled once down to the coast. A trip that should have been about 600 kilometers ended up to be 1,400 kilometers. So I don't drive straight to where I'm supposed to. I get very lost on purpose. And yeah, that's that. So that's how I did, Sani as well. Now we'll stay at Underberg, and then of course from there I will do the same again for a little bit of route planning. I would say I want to go from Underberg. Everybody knows the Sani Top restaurant, so we want to go there. So we say directions to here, and Google will tell you this route crosses country borders. In other words, you need a passport, you need your vehicle's papers, and you need a 4x4, because a 4x4 is the only thing that will be allowed to go up Sani Pass. And yes, once again it gives you the kilometers. 42 kilometers from Underberg, that's including Sani, and it will take you an hour 20 minutes. I don't think so. A tip: start as early as you can get through the border. Then you'll be able to eat lunch at the top. You'll have plenty of time for photos and video and whatever, and you'll be out down past the South African border checking point just before 6, because they close at 6. I don't know what happens if you don't make it in time. I guess you sleep there. But I went up, started at about 10 o'clock in the morning. It was too late. It was a rush. What a pity. And I ran out of battery power. I've got the video of Sani. I'll put a card up on, which one, Douglas Green, on the screen here, so that you can go and watch. It's not a very good video. It was too much of a rush. I ran out of battery power with the camera, and was actually a disaster. But anyway, that's how I plan my route. That's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. This is the end of day 8. It's a bit rainy outside, so I cannot do anything outside. I hope you've learned something from this video. Please stay safe, enjoy, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, day 9 of the South African lockdown. Enjoy. Bye bye.